Hey everybody, welcome back to New Stuff TV, the untechnical tech channel. I'm your host, Antoine, born on a Monday, became a badass on Tuesday Richardson. And this is my beautiful co-host, Bonnie Lights, Camera, Action Richardson.
Hey y'all.
Hey, we finally got to watch it, babe.
I know, The Accountant 2.
Two. We've watched two times because of me. I'm slow.
Guys, he needs an interpreter for The Accountant.
Oh man,
You do.
Check this out. So for those of y'all who are just tuning in to this type of video I do here, this is season 1, episode 4.
5.
This is 5. This is our 5th video together.
Yes.
All right, there you go. Season 1, episode 5. This is where we take a TV, such as the LGC5 OLED, and we mix it up with a movie that we like to watch or that we would like to watch, and we watch it, and we judge both of them at the same time. So we watched The Accountant 2 on the LGC5, and for me, it was a spectacular experience because it was The Accountant Part 2. But I got my feelings about this movie.
He does.
I'm going to let you start off, though, with your impressions on the TV, the LGC5.
I always am very intrigued by the experience because it's different. You're looking at the TV, or the TV is shown to you in it's so much brighter, and the colors are deeper, I feel like, on the OLEDs. You get to see variations and dark scenes that I've just never got to see before. So it's like watching OLED is a very new experience for me, because when I get to see scenes that I don't expect to see the way that I can see them, I'm always calling something out to you like, did you see that? I mean, because it's really
interrupt
cool.
the movie and pause it and stuff so she can explain the details she's seeing.
Yeah.
You did that like 3 times.
Well, I mean, it's really neat because I think it's cool.
It is cool that what's really cool is that you're becoming kind of a TV snob.
I
like
don't know
you really
about
are.
that.
You're in denial right now. This is like the stage 3 of becoming a TV snob, is where you're in denial that you're a TV snob, right, guys? Yeah, man. She told me to pause the movie like 3 times because she was looking at dark scenes, and she was noticing that she could see like hair strands. You noticed that John Bernthal was wearing she said he's wearing double black, and I can see both blacks, like his shirt, his jacket. What else was there?
There was a scene with Mary Beth where you could see her hair, her clothes, because she had jet black hair.
Yeah.
And then you could see her clothes, and they were black. And then there were scenes in the car where you could see like all the different shades of gray and black. And it just intrigues me. I can't believe I can see that type of detail.
Much contrast and detail.
Yeah. Or, just in the really bright scenes where you can see like the leaves on the tree. I'm just like mesmerized by that. Or like, a scene when they were, at the very end where they were at the prison in Juarez, and it's more of a desert scene, and you can actually see things that are sandy. Like they had these really sandy scenes where the dust is just all in the air, but yet you can see so clearly the people, and it's just it's such a cool experience. So to me, watching the OLEDs, it's just been, I don't know, it's just been a really cool experience for me.
And to me, this one was a top performer. And she talked about bright. So traditionally, OLEDs are not brighter. They're bright enough, but they're not as bright as many LEDs. But this one in particular was bright on some scenes. Because like Christian was standing next to, he was standing in a house, and it was like dark in the house, and he was dark. His face was well lit, but there was a window on one side, and I'm like, squinting on one eye because that window is super bright. But over here, I'm talking like crazy contrast. But to her point, man, OLED has been a really nice experience, and the C5 has not let us down at all. And we've seen some really nice TVs as far as like picture quality, motion, skin tones, accuracy, and stuff like that, such as the Bravia 8 and 9. So this one, it did not disappoint at all.
No.
Let's talk about this movie though, then we'll come back to the TV a little bit. It starts off good, but I'm really mad that they killed my boy Ray.
They
They
take
killed
him
him
out
fast.
right at the beginning. They took him out.
Why
but
would
he
he
was
not
a
die?
fight. What?
Why do you have to die?
Well, that's what set the tone for the story. That's what, allowed the story to take place.
I feel like they could have made a movie with Ray though.
Well, I get it, but
Ray, who did you piss off to get killed that early in the movie?
Well, clearly he got in touch with Edith, and that was his wrong stroke right there. He was trying to find Edith the whole time, and that was her.
So Easter eggs in the movie, they are planting Easter eggs all throughout the movie, and you really do have to watch it twice, because by the end of the movie, you're gonna realize like, oh, I think they showed that or they talked about that at the beginning of the movie, and you're piecing together the puzzles, okay? And so you watch it again and you're like, oh yeah, see, I told you, like that's what we did anyways. So the whole thing about him getting in touch with Edith, I didn't really realize that he already knew who Edith was. He just didn't want to like shock her, because she was already like a little disturbed by her experience in life. And yeah, then he dies.
I know, then he dies. But hey, it allowed the story to be created for us to watch.
The story.
And it was, and I mean, you also didn't like, I felt like the whole mystery, like the first accountant, Christian was a mystery. Nobody really knew who he was. And then in this,
the accountant.
He was the accountant. But then this one, they bring him out right at the beginning. Braxton and him reunite. They're a twosome together.
Yeah, there's no mystery
the
accountantness of the movie.
Yeah, so then you were a little like, oh, let down by that. But I mean, that was the beauty of the story. We knew the backstory. We knew the mystery of Christian and how just incredibly talented he is as a human.
As a killer?
Exactly, as a human. He has a special set of skills.
Yes, he does, man. God, dog.
So, but it was fantastic. And then I thought the really cool thing was, finally I figured out who the voice lady was Justine. The girl that was in the picture with him from the first accountant, the computer voice that would call.
What do you mean you finally figured out who she was?
Babe, I didn't really realize that was that lady until this.
Oh boy, I thought I was slow.
No.
God dang. Okay, so, and that brings me to a point. So nobody is undercover anymore. By the way, this is a good drink, by the way. This is nature's soft drink. We're drinking water today. We're cleansing. We're cleansing our kidneys.
Cheers.
Cheers to the water. Nature's soft drink. So, like I said, nobody's like in the darkness. Nobody's mysterious or anything like that. Everybody's just uncovered. Everybody knows who each other is. And now they've got like this super team between Mary Beth,
and
Justine is like the brains, and then the whole kid crew. In the computer room,
right? The harbor.
The hacker scene was intense, man.
Oh yeah, the kids were just.
Yeah, that was intense.
Special set of skills.
They do.
And what did Christian call them? His people.
His people. Yeah, that was cool.
He's like, my people.
Those are my peeps, man. He's like, who are these people? They're my people.
They're my people. I was like, oh, I love him so much.
We got so much to unpack here. But first, let's unpack the relationship between Jon Bernthal's character and Ben Affleck's character, Christian Wolf. And Braxton. Is his last name Wolf?
I don't know.
Either way, I love those two together. They are something else. They're hilarious. And that kind of turns the movie almost into like a buddy action movie at some points, especially the scene where they're on top of the RV.
Oh, and he threw his sunscreen.
Then he tells him he's not a dog person, he's a cat person. He's all mad. Oh, but the scenes before that, like at the beginning of the movie, when he says, I know who to call, and they cut to his brother. The scene at the beginning with Jon Bernthal's character where he's on the phone talking to that dog breeder,
Margaret,
and he's trying to figure out how to talk to her in a nice way so he can get what he needs out of her.
It didn't work.
It's freaking hilarious. And then the scene where he's talking to this hooker at a table. I thought she was a hooker.
I don't think she was. I don't know what she was.
She had to be a hooker at the table. He's talking to her, but it looks like he's talking to her like normal, right? Just getting to know her and stuff. And then he gets the phone call from Christian. He's all mad at Christian. He takes the phone call. Then he gets off the call. And then he looks at the lady and she's like, please don't hurt me. And he's like, what makes you think I'm gonna hurt you? Like, what have I done here that makes you think I'm gonna do something to you? And he walks off like, I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. And he steps over a bloody body. This dude did kill like 6 people in front of this girl. And she's talking about, don't hurt me. He's like, what's wrong? Why you think I'm gonna hurt you?
Yeah, like, I just wanted some good conversation.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he knew it. He was
character. Oh my God.
You really do like him.
He's my favorite of the accountant series now. Like his his attitude, his swag.
Yeah, and he gets a little pouty.
Yeah, he does. He's got some stuff he needs to work out.
He
really needs to talk to somebody.
Well, and then the other thing is when he gets at the very end, when Christian tells him, that he rented the place that they could go hiking together, and he just looked like a little boy. Like he was so excited.
He was going to hang out with his brother. Yeah. But right before that, the whole cat thing.
Oh, yeah.
He really wanted to hold his cat. He was mad at, was it Alberto?
Alberto.
He was mad at Alberto because he didn't want to give him the cat back.
He's been holding it for an hour and a half, and he doesn't know he could share the cat. And then he asked him how close they were to harbor, and he just like spats off, how many miles, and he was like, "Oh, genius! He knows how this, but he can't,
you don't know how to share the cat, though." Oh my goodness! Funny. Oh man, there was another scene with him that just cracked me up. Oh man! Oh, I really like the bar scene, the cowboy.
That's the one I was talking about, where he met the lady friend, and that's why I told you I think there's going to be a third one, and she's going to be there because he has her number.
He got her number, so she might be in a third one. And of course, they ended on the road, just like they ended the first one, like him driving off in was it Winnebago? No, Airstream. But no, the cowboy bar scene where it was just that brotherly love. He's seeing his brother, who's always been the weird kid, right? He's going out there, he's dancing, he's doing that line dance, and he's getting it. You know what I'm saying? And then he's like, "Oh, that's my brother." And then the dude starts jacking with him, right? He starts messing with Christian, and then what's his name in the movie? Braxton. He's looking at him like, "You messing with my brother?" From the distance, and then all of a sudden they freeze the frame because he's coming. He's coming in hot, and then they cut to the scenes where they're getting thrown out the window and stuff, and it's just two brothers whooping ass at a bar. Yeah. That was like, I just love that scene, like the brotherly love between them two. They fight, they have emotional moments, and then of course they'll kill and die for each other. Like, that's cool.
I know, but they're on two sides.
They kind of are.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm hoping if they make a third one, I really hope they explain the differences in the work that they do, because I feel like almost like Braxton, he does a different line of work than what Christian does.
He's part of a group of assassins.
He is. They both are, but it's like they go and they work on projects, I'm going to call them, that are for different purposes. Like, is Christian doing something that's good for like the people or society? Or is Braxton doing something that's like part of cartels or the mob or something like that? Like,
I think he works for bad people, but he does good things.
Well, I get that, but Braxton, I feel like I'm not sure about that. So.
Oh, man.
But anyway.
You know who's the most confused about all this? Who's the most internally conflicted?
Who?
Mary Beth.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's like, all right, y'all giving me tips and y'all helping me, fight crime or whatever. We got the human trafficking thing. We got the money laundering thing. But y'all be killing folks. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, she's really conflicted.
She was like, we're not killing each other. We're going to do this the right way.
Meanwhile, she's got a dude in the trunk. You know what I'm saying?
She's speeding off and she's like, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but
it's a great movie.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, I know you have your thoughts about where you rank it.
We have been fighting
about the rankings, ratings, whatever, where we put it.
We're not together on that.
We're not at all. No.
It's okay. But we need to go back to the picture quality of this TV. As far as the color, like, the different gradients of color, that's something I always look for. Banding and color, dynamic range, and having that rich HDR look. The TV performs amazingly in that regard. The TV, it doesn't call anything to attention negatively. You will, well, from my eyes and I guess yours, you'll really only see positive things in this TV, and you'll see details and stuff and be like, that's cool. Then you go to somebody's house and then you might be watching their TV and you're like, how come I can't see this? You know what I'm saying? You feel like you got a top tier TV when you're watching this thing. But when we talk about you talked about the beauty of the color and stuff, it made me remember that this movie, unlike The Accountant 1, was not shot on 35 millimeter. Yeah. Accountant 1 was shot on 35 millimeter, whereas this was shot on digital, and it looks like it.
Yeah.
It's still a great looking movie. It's just that 35 millimeter gives it that
grainy,
kind
of, I don't know.
This is a film look.
Yeah, it really is. Where this, you noticed immediately that the images were sharper.
Just sharper.
Yeah.
And everything's maybe even a little bit more saturated. which is, it's fine. It looks like a great movie. It's just that there's an appreciation for movies that are shot on 35 millimeter. They just look good, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's probably why I feel the way I feel about the Accountant 1 versus the Accountant 2. Me personally, I'm gonna rate it in two different categories. And we're gonna rate the TV, and we're gonna rate, and this, I'm taking my arm off you because we're not together on this.
We are not.
We gotta rate the TV.
I'm standing strong.
We gotta rate the movie. So let's start with the movie first, The Accountant 2. I'm gonna give The Accountant 2 as a sequel a 3. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 3.5 based off what you said earlier about, you know, how they do kind of, they've already told the backstory, right? So you get it. But I'm giving it a 3.5 because, out of 5, because it really doesn't match. It's almost like it was shot by two different directors and it's the same director. You know what I'm saying? So as a sequel, I'm giving it a 3.5. As a movie, as a standalone movie, 4.5, 4.7 all day long.
Okay.
What you think?
I'm going to agree with you on the movie.
Okay.
I think it's a 4.6. I'm right in the middle where you are. And I said that, you know, to you earlier, 4.6, and I'm standing strong on it.
Well, you do
but
you.
as a sequel, I think it is a 4 because I think that the first one is a 5. Like, it's a 5.
The first one is not a 5.
The first one is, if you're gonna rank if you're gonna rate
can't
sequel,
just be giving 5s
you
out.
can. I'm giving the Accountant series a 5.
Oh
The
my
first
God.
one, and then the second one, I'm giving it a 4.
You
now,
can't
if
just
there's
be
a
giving
third
5s
one,
out
yes,
like
I
that.
can.
Okay.
I did it in Reacher. I'll do it in
Reacher
Jack
was not
Ryan.
a 5.
Reacher 1 is a 5. Season 1.
This could be marriage,
Guys,
right here.
Just bear with me. So yes, if there's an Accountant 3, I'll rank that one accordingly. I may change. You never know. Maybe the third Accountant will be 4.5 and still the second one will be 4. But number 1, the first one right now is still a 5 of the.
As a sequel or as a movie?
In the series of the movie.
Are you tripping?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Anyway, deep breath.
We're gonna have to find a counselor. We're gonna have to talk to the same counselor that Braxton needs to talk to.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
what's up with the TV? What would you give the TV? 5 being the best TV of all times, and 1 being we need to send it back. We gotta send it back anyway because LG let us borrow
I
it.
know. I mean, I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah.
I can roll with that.
Yeah.
I'd even go. I give it the same rating as the movie, like a 4.7. I really like the TV.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the TV performed well, even with the ambient light and when we had it dark last night.
Excellent experience.
Very
Both,
good.
except the movie as a sequel is a 3.5.
No, it's not.
At best. And that was the end of Solomon Grande. Oh man, y'all keep being good to each other, and we'll see you when we see you.
Bye.